opening right there. And the young man from Star Island gets his first ever win.
And let's not take anything away from him. He was smart enough to roll in and get the pin.
Here in the CCW Arena for Day 2. Every single match will be contested inside a steel cage. And tickets will be on sale tonight. Your next contest is scheduled for one fall. Meeting his winner first from Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Weighing in at 198 pounds, the equalizer, Elliott Qrow.
And we want to talk about improvements. We want to talk about moving up the charts. Here is your 2022 most improved here in Coastal Championship Wrestling, Elliott Qrow, who has really made a serious statement with his attitude change over the last several months, which we first saw right here in this building a couple of months ago.
And here's the thing. This is the perfect place for people to come to see live performance. This kid didn't get that trophy for not working hard. He's a hard worker, and I have to tell you this. I'm not even his
Elliott Qrow, we've seen him in tag team action with Gio Stees, but over the last several weeks, he's really looked to break out on his own. We saw him go one-on-one with Venetia's down in Miami at Miami Brewing Company several weeks ago, and he really held his own with the Brazilian Destroyer.
He really did, which surprised me.
From Southern Jersey, weighing in at 206 pounds, the one and only Jackal.
As I might need a hearing aid after that reaction, as the roof ready to come off of the CCW Arena. He's not the franchise, but he is arguably the most popular man in all of CCW. Jackal Stevens, the former two-time Southeastern champion, makes his way out here to a rousing ovation. And Kevin, you want to talk about a workhorse? You want to talk about a real stud within Coastal Championship Wrestling? Look no further than Jackal Stevens.
Former from the Battle Royal in Hialeah. He showed me something. He had smart, stayed in the corner. He waited for the corner to close down. From the left, get eliminated.
And we talked about Elliott Qrow maybe looking to take an advantage. No better way than to capitalize. Jumping Jackal Stevens before the bell even sounds. As referee Andy Seeley trying to get Elliott Qrow back in the ring. But Qrow really looking to find an opening right here. He wants to put his name on the map in CCW.
Oh, he just did.
And I think Jackal wants to play naughty or nice here with Elliott Qrow. As Andy Seeley trying to restore a semblance of order right now. This match has not even officially begun. And Qrow, Kevin Sullivan, we have never seen this type of aggression from Elliott Qrow, and it's starting to pay off in spades.
Maybe getting that trophy with a firearm though.
As Jackal Stevens inside the ring, Andy Seeley officially gets this match started, but once again, Elliott Qrow already on the advantage. As Qrow, we talked about him in tag team competition and recently in singles competition. You have to imagine whether it's Chris Farrow in that Cruiserweight Championship or Alex Chamberlain at Southeastern title, he certainly will be gunning for singles gold as we head to the new year.
You're absolutely right, and I've never seen him get lit up like this before. The Jackal is I spoke too soon.
And right now, as Jackal Stevens puts himself right back in the driver's seat, Jackal has really suffered some adversity in recent months. He was on the precipice of a casket match with former tag team partner and friend Agony. Unfortunately, suffered a concussion, was put out of action for quite some time. Looked like he was maybe trending towards the tag team championships, had to miss matches, right within a hair's breadth of winning that Cross Territory Battle Royal just a few weeks ago in Hialeah. And Jackal Stevens here, as you can really see that aggression starting to come out, as Jackal desperately wants to get right back in position here in CCW.
Jackal has a great recuperating powers, and he's very smart in the ring. Not a lot of wasted motion.
Might be looking for that Olympic slam. Well scouted there by Elliott Qrow. As Qrow and Stevens continue to jockey for position here, Jackal trying to end things early. And Qrow uses the momentum to send Stevens all the way to the floor.
He did a great move there. Took it from a defensive to an offensive position.
As Jackal back and forth here with Elliott Qrow on the outside. And these two, no personal issues here, essentially just a match on the card, but it looks like a rivalry beginning to brew here in CCW.
And it also is the pride of CCW. They're fighting for pride. No title, just pride.
It is indeed the last territory, the place to be here throughout the state of Florida, of course, up into the Nashville area. As Elliott Qrow, speaking to him earlier tonight, Kevin, he said he wanted to really make 2023 his year, and with 2 matches left this year, he wants to start hitting the ground running.
I think you're absolutely right, and he's doing a marvelous job. I would put my money on the Jackal, but he's held his own, and he's giving the Jackal all he can stand right now.
And we know Jackal Stevens certainly has had his hands full with the Golden Chileans, Alan S2S Martinez, and of course the CCW Heavyweight Champion Ariel Levy. Tomorrow in Port St. Lucie, it will be 6-man tag team action as Vinicius returns to PSL. And Qrow, once again, finds himself on the receiving end of a pinfall. And Jackal unable to get the victory right there, but Qrow, again, not backing down, and Kevin Sullivan standing right up to one of the top stars in CCW.
That's what I love about CCW, the competition. It's like the NFL says, on any given Sunday, on any night CCW comes, there's an upset. We just saw one.
Indeed we did, as Kristan won his first ever bout here, upending Joe Garcia, who in himself is the upset kid. As Elliott Qrow here right out in front of us. And Elliott Qrow, once again, trying to find his way here.
I got to give Elliott Qrow a lot of confidence here. He has been taking a lot of defensive and turning it into an offense.
Excellent counter wrestling here by Elliott Qrow. And Qrow once again goes right back on the attack here with this Fujiwara armbar, exploiting that AC joint, the rotator cuff of Jackal Stevens.
That's what I love about CCW, the wrestling, the high flyers. You got a little bit of everything here.
We're certainly going to see the power on display later on. We talked about Andrew Anderson and Eddie Valentine, but of course the ladies in the house, Tiny Tenali and Nicole Lucero, back in the CCW arena.
I'm glad to see that. I know the fans are.
Indeed, Nicole, of course, long time Gangrel's Wrestling Asylum Women's Champion, took some time off during the COVID-19 pandemic to nurse some injuries amongst some other things in her personal life, but now she's officially back and she's ready to go right after Marina Tucker in that women's title. And Qrow really slowing down the pace right here.
But what I like is he's staying on the arm. He's working on the arm. He's making a one-arm wrestler right now. And I got to give him all the credit in the world. He's got a great game plan going in.
And despite any attitude adjustment in recent months of Elliott Qrow, it is really difficult to not give him his flowers inside that ring. This is a young man that has looked like a completely different wrestler since we first saw him. As Jackal, certainly not somebody you want to see flip the script there. Almost not Jackal, but Jekyll and Hyde here. As former 1/3 of American Horror Story, innovative offense right now, starting to get the ball rolling. It's Jackal Stevens, as this crowd started to come alive.
The only thing I I see the Jackal should have grabbed the leg and leave a little bit more body weight on his chest.
And that very well could be the difference between 2.5 and 3. As Jackal Stevens right now looking to end it all once again. And for the second time in his bout, Elliott Qrow sees the Olympic slam coming. And now Stevens trying to find himself in the same place he was when he won championship gold. And Jackal perfectly executed. 2, 3.
Like I said the last time when he went to finish, he probably grabbed the legs and put the body weight.
Excellent win there for Jackal Stevens as he gets right back on track as we head towards tomorrow evening 6-man tag up in Port St. Lucie, Florida for Breaking Chains. Jackal Stevens once again, Kevin, not able to get by agony, not able to win the last territory battle royal. Well, 2023 finally be the year Jackal Stevens reaches the top of the mountain in CCW.
And the fans love him. The fans absolutely love him.
So 3 matches in the books. Coming up next, folks, our first of 3 championships to be decided. It is Alex Chamberlain and the Chamberlain Challenge as the Southeastern title is on the line.